So it's the 19th of April 2020 and I just want to do a little walk through the botanical gardens just to see what's out, what's in flower and what's in leaf, how good things are looking. So I've just come in through the bottom entrance and there's a nice phormium there. Spirea gives a nice splash of colour at this time of year. Bees will love that later on. Bees are already loving this now. There's some anemones there which will flower come August time, September. That side is shady side of the gardens. There, spotted laurel. I've got some of that in my garden. It's very nice. Get some nice autumn colour with that as well. I think it's is it Begonia, something like that. Some more Spirea, Epimedium. Good ground cover for shady conditions. There's the old cottage. Some nice tulips. And this is a particularly nice specimen of the Japanese quince, Chinomales. It's a lovely pink colour. Bees love it. Absolutely beautiful colour. Stands shade quite well, but you're not going to get the same amount of flowers if you plant it in shade. It's just covered in flowers, and there's a fair number of bees there as well. And of course, come autumn, then you get quinces, which you can use. Although I've never tried one myself. That's just a fantastic shrub. Put it as a shrub or up the wall. Euonymus. And Skimmia. Yeah. Ooh, look at this white. Not sure what that white is. It looks like some kind of what's the creeping one with blue flowers? Vinkor, is it? Is it Vinkor? I don't know if it's a version of Vinkor. But that does look spectacular, growing in amongst that Euonymus. Yeah. Certainly spreading that, but it looks like it's, you know, it's within a particular area, and it's probably quite easy to chop back. That does look spectacular. A few trees. There we go. This is one of my favourite, Indian horse chestnut. Flowers much later than the normal horse chestnuts. It flowers kind of June, July time in this country. Lovely early spring foliage. Doesn't get attacked by the leaf miner. You can see the little flowers, whereas as we'll hopefully see later on, the normal horse chestnut is already out in leaf and virtually out in flower fully. A nice little rose there. This is quite a sunny position. Lovely tulips. Look at the colour of those. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, look at that, it's not in the Botanical Gardens, it's in somebody's garden, but it's beautiful Pruners Cans in over there. And then I've come over here, because this is usually covered in bees, viburnum. It's just going over now, but the scent is divine. These lovely kind of white ball-shaped flowers. It was at its peak about a week, 10 days ago. It's done so well this year with all the sun. There's your normal coloured Japanese quince, Chenomaly. That's the normal colour you get it in. Which way shall I go? I don't know. Some nice aces. Pieris, I think, over there. Magnolia just about to finish. It's winter flowering heather. This looks very spectacular. It's rhododendron. The huge advantage of rhododendrons over camellias, and I like them both, but the one big snag with camellias is quite often when the flowers are about to drop off, they turn brown and it just doesn't look very nice. With rhododendrons and a lot of roses now, when the petals drop, the petals stay the same colour for quite some time. So you get this lovely, like cherry blossom, you get this lovely carpet of colour on the floor, as well as still plenty of colour in the tree or shrub. And that is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Lovely ace of dissecting. I think I'll go towards the, what we got, 9 minutes. I've probably got about 20 minutes recording time on my phone. So I'll go past the fountain. And we'll look up the herbaceous borders, which is a little bit out. There's a nice peony there, white one, but that will be more spectacular come June and July. Now that's one that I've photographed before and videoed it before as well. But that's just over, just gone over now. Just about. Usually covered in bees. And this silverleaf pear. Very pungent, not a nice smell at all, but I would imagine it's the kind of smell that attracts bees and flies and all sorts, but there's not a lot of insects on that at the moment. That's another stunning rhododendron there. There we go, there's a fine example of a common horse chestnut. It's just about to burst into flower. Glass houses over there. And this is where you get a few magnolias. We've got the rose garden here. Obviously there's nothing out yet, it's only April. Magnolias are just about finished, but this cherry is quite stunning. Just look at that. Stand back and admire that. Look at all the blossom just blowing off of it. That's lovely. That is so beautiful. I just want to pick it up and take it home. And it's scented, so it's an almond scent, so I would imagine it's a flowering almond. Let's have a look at for a label on it. Still a few magnolias over there, still out. But I can't see a label for it. It's probably fallen off. Still, you can just admire it from within. Absolutely beautiful. So let's just go. This is called Birch Hill, where there's lots of different types of birches and a few other trees. And not finished the carpet bedding yet. I don't know if they will be finishing that with us still being on lockdown. So let's go around the back of the glass houses and have a look at the English garden. It's a little bit too late for the daffodils here under this huge beech tree. They are spectacular. Photographed this display numerous times. This again is a late summer border, and in autumn as well, September, October, it looks fantastic, so there's not a lot there to see now. Lovely crabapple. Malus floribunda. Lovely rose there. As we look over to Clark House Road, and then this again in September, October is spectacular. Thingy canadensis. I can't remember now. Oh no, it's not. It's Parotia persica. That's it. I'm mixing it up with something else that's spectacular at that time of year. Cornus, isn't it? I think it's Cornus canadensis, which I think is over there somewhere, and I think it's got purple leaves. Yes, get mixed up in those. And we have a mulberry. Black mulberry. Beautiful. Don't know what that is, can't see a label anywhere. It's like it could be some kind of don't know, Thunbergia is it, or something, not sure. Tulips, red currant, reebs, begonia there, dressing in white. It's lovely that. Wedding cake tree by Burnham. Every garden's got to have one of those. And that's stunning as well. Absolutely beautiful. Look at those little dwarf tulips over there. They look like tulips anyway. Spectacular. This is well, Rosemary's looking right nice. Look at the bees on it as well. Oh, I love the smell. Again, this is a very open, sunny position, south facing. that there is, I think it's about the oldest tree in the garden. I think from 1836 or something, so it's nearly 200-year-old silver birch. Still in perfect health. That lovely lime green maple. Absolutely beautiful against that blue sky, and then a copper beach to contrast with it over there, which will be out in another few weeks. We look towards the east lawn. Looks like they've not planted it out for spring yet properly. It was 21 minutes, so I don't think I've got a lot left, so it might just switch off at any moment, but I'm going to finish around here anyway, because we have the pond here which is undergoing some, quite bare because there's some new planting I think due to go in. This used to be a lot more impactful than what it is. There's some nice aces. Pond down there. Looking over towards Osbournes Field. This is beautiful. This is absolutely stunning. Let's get round here and have a look. Wide flowering Pruners. Labels dropped off that, so I'm not sure what variety it is. Look at these leaves, absolutely gorgeous colour. And the buds are kind of little shell pink, and then the flowers white. It's that lovely contrast. There's Aurorium coming out, it's at the side of that red rhododendron. Right, let's go into the Robert Marnock garden. Some more silver birch here. Betula pendula. Betula, which one's this one? Eucalyptus. Some lovely eucalyptus there. Oh, and this clematis looks nice on the wall. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. Colour of that. It's just stunning. Eucalyptus globulus. Absolutely stunning. And that one there with its white bark. Eucalyptus, snowgum, Passiflora Niphophila. Look at that texture on that. Oh, gorgeous against the blue sky. Absolutely stunning. And then we've got some sedums and lamsias for later on. Vinkor as well. And then some rock garden plants, Aubrietia. That Cranesbill's out early. And look at them tulips. Absolutely spectacular. Look at them, little baby miniature ones. Gorgeous. And this used to be a pond that they've filled in. Phlox. Yeah, it is flowering early, must be an early flowering Cranesbill. Again, the bees are loving that. Tulips under this lovely acer. In fact, this acer looks like, and I can't remember the name of it, but it looks like one of my favourite ones. No, it isn't. It's yes, it's that there. Let you read that for yourself. Osakazuki. Lovely red tulips, which seem to be doing quite well in this shady area. It's very similar to one of my favourite acers. Lovely red flowers. And some lovely red keys later on. More phlox. It's just this blue, it's so blue. It's just amazing. Right, into Osbournes Field. Philadelphus there, got another crabapple. It's just about to come out. There's just so much to come out, the continual, you know, things are going over and then things are coming out, everything starts to knit together. Look at this wisteria. Look at this. Another week or two and that's going to be spectacular along that wall. Absolutely amazing. Sarcococca, so you've got winter scent. And then finally, I think, is Osbournes Field. And a lot of this is pretty new planting. Again, this is quite a sheltered, sunny site, so you've got some Mediterranean plants here. The only place we haven't really been to in the Botanical Gardens is around the actual Mediterranean garden and the bear pit. But again, that's usually summer, it's usually looking at its best at, in that location. Look at that. I like that contrast of dark foliage and yellow foliage. It's just fantastic. And then this wispy wavy grass. There. Nice copper beech about to come out. Some primulas looking a little bit dry. So I haven't had any rain, even though it's been one of the wettest winters on record. We haven't had any meaningful rain for about 3 weeks to a month now. So yeah. A tulip tree here just coming out. And you can see, because its leaves are the shape of a tulip, and so are its flowers. Yeah, viburnum. This looks like some kind of, not sure what this is it some kind of jasmine? Oh yes, to die for this early in the year. That is beautiful. It's kind of almost like a lilac scent. It smells like lilac and kind of Daphne lilac smell. Maybe it is a Daphne, not sure. Fothergilla. Good autumn foliage, these lovely white flowers this time of year, and then lovely autumn foliage. And we've got the lilac, but that's up there, it's not even in the garden. So we've got some thalia just going over. It's like a lovely lime tree is coming out there. This holly, I think, is called Handsworth. I think the reason why it's here is because it was bred here, I think. And Handsworth is a part of Sheffield, and it's part of other cities as well. There's Handsworth in Birmingham and Leeds, etc. But I think that's correct. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Let's just go round here. 33 minutes. There's Palmatum. Cafe's shut. So there we've got a Damalankia, just finished flowering. Lovely tree, the only problem is its flowers do not last very long at all. Nice autumn colour though. Arbutus, is it Unido? Strawberry tree. Native of the Mediterranean, I believe. That's quite an old tree, that. There are the glass houses. So I'm going to leave by the Clark House Road entrance. Hellebores, still in flower, they do last a long time, hellebores. And I'll finish here where I started. Right at the sign. Bye for now.